Hello, thank you for watching. This video is to empower teachers, school counselors, bus drivers, nutrition staff, in their role as mandated reporters during the COVID-19 crisis. Students not being in school right now creates dangerous barriers for schools to report abuse. In times of crisis and economic instability, child abuse and neglect rates increase. However, reports of child abuse and neglect in Missouri have declined dramatically. The ability to speak up for kids' safety is critical at this time. So here are some helpful tips for school personnel. Continue to let students know that you remain a supportive, caring adult in their lives, however you can, whenever you can. You can check in regularly with students and/or caregivers, provide encouraging messages to them, ask questions that engage children, like, give me one word that describes how you feel today. Or how is learning at home different than learning at school? Now, here are some signs that you may have some concerns about a student's safety. So for students who have access to technology and internet, and if you require attendance check-ins and you see a lack of attendance, or you're assigning homework assignments and homework is not being turned in over a long period of time, and if a child communicates to you in any way that they feel unsafe, or you see a child in a dangerous environment, or notice a significant shift in a child's mood or behavior, you may be concerned. It's really important at this time that we make an extra effort with children who have had history of emotional, sexual, physical abuse or neglect, drug use, or have discussed or attempted suicide. Additionally, if children are responsible for the care of other children in the home, live in highly stressful family situations with limited support systems. Also, we must protect children at this time with any physical, mental, behavioral, medical delays or disabilities. These children are so vulnerable and they need our protection right now. Now, if you have suspicions of abuse, in order to report effectively, you're going to need to explain how the suspected abuse has impacted the child. For example, you may call the hotline and explain that a child has not engaged in your virtual classroom for 10 days, but you're aware that the child does have internet access. And maybe you have made 5 failed attempts to contact parents. And you're concerned that the child's lack of participation is going to negatively impact his or her education. You also let the hotline know that you are aware that the child experienced physical abuse 1 year ago. So you want to be as detailed as possible, giving times, dates, locations if you can. So now let's discuss school personnel's legal responsibilities and protections as mandated reporters. In Missouri, if you have reasonable cause to suspect child abuse and neglect, you must directly and immediately report to the Missouri Child Abuse and Neglect Hotline. The Missouri law states very clearly now that a mandated reporter has the individual responsibility of making the report. So if you suspect abuse as a mandated reporter, you will be the one calling the hotline. No administrator or supervisor may impede or inhibit any report from being made. When you make a report in good faith, you are protected against any civil or criminal penalty or adverse employment action. Making a report of child abuse and neglect can be very stressful and emotional. But I just want to remind you that when you're making a report, you are not making an accusation against someone. You are requesting for professional help for that family and that child. And you may very well be the only person at this time to speak out for that child and protect them. So you do not need proof that abuse is happening. You need reasonable suspicion. So please trust your gut. If something doesn't look safe, sound safe, or feel safe, make a report. Before we discuss where to report, I just want to say thank you so much to all the school personnel who are still working so hard to protect our children and to educate them during this time. We are so grateful for you. Thank you. You can report 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to the Missouri Child Abuse and Neglect Hotline at 1-800-392-3738 or 1-844-CAN-TELL. Mandated reporters can make an online report at dss.mo.gov/cd. I will leave the hotline number and the website where you can make an online report in the description box below. We created a wonderful one-page resource describing all the helpful information in this video. It's linked below. You can download it easily and share it easily with anyone who works in the schools. And please take advantage of a free child abuse and neglect reporter training at protectmokids.com. For more information, you can go to MissouriKidsFirst.org. Thank you so much for watching. Let's pay extra attention to the children in our lives right now. They really need us. Thank you.